All right, we are gonna do some more seeds. We're gonna start some more seeds, guys. So I've got some painter's tape that I use to label my containers. I've got a few of these that I have collected over the years. Sharpie. So I'm gonna really quick label my pots. I think I got about 20 minutes to do this before Jan's live. So I'm doing ground cherry. I'm doing some spaghetti squash. I have about 15 days, I think, in my growing season left. So I'm going to do spaghetti squash, and I'm going to do some butternut squash. Okay, see that? So then I just tear it off. I also have something called sunshine kabocha. Sunshine kabocha squash. I'm gonna try that. I am determined, you guys, to get some squash this year. So these are all winter squashes. I've already got my summer squash going, so I just need to get some winter squash going. The spaghetti squash that I started did not germinate, which is pretty odd. So there's my ground cherry. I'm doing these in pots because I want to be able to regulate the water as well as the temperature for these seeds to be able to germinate successfully. So that's why I'm doing them in these pots, and then I'll just transplant them later. Spaghetti squash there. This one can be butternut. Butternut squash. Alright, and then sunshine kabocha. Oh, I just ripped that one. I think I'll be able to see, I'll be able to tell that that's what that says. Sunshine. I got a tag here for bunching onions. I must have been meaning to start bunching onions and then never did. What else did I have here? Okay, I got the squash, the ground cherry. Oh, I was gonna do Minnesota midget. I said I wasn't going to start any more melon, and here I am starting Minnesota midget. Well, the Minnesota midget, to be fair, only takes 75 days. So since I have over 100 days left, I figured why not? Why not? Alright, so that's for the Minnesota midget. And then I have some pots here for some zinnia. Since I can't get any zinnia to grow, I'm going to start them in these pots, and we'll see if we can't get some zinnias to germinate. All right, I've got the giant double scarlet flame, and then the giant double enchantress. One is red and one is pink. And then I also have, where's it at? I also have some zinnia that I got from David Gray. I don't know if he wrote the variety on there or if he just put, yeah, he just put zinnia on it. But I got these from David Gray in the seed swap last year. Not this last one, but the one before that. So we'll do some red. I'll just put red zinnia. And miscellaneous. And then I'll just put pink zinnia and miscellaneous. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of those zinnia seeds in each pot, and then I'm going to put the red ones in one and the pink ones in the other. And that's how we will do that. Alright, so we got the red, and then we've got the pink, along with the miscellaneous zinnias. Alright, so we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pots here that we're going to start. I guess we'll start with these ground cherries. And I just have the Aunt Molly's ground cherry, Baker Creek Aunt Molly's ground cherries. These seeds are super, super tiny. So yeah, let me show you guys without spilling them. If you guys can see how little those seeds are right here. Yeah, those are really, really tiny seeds. Super tiny. So I'm just going to stir my little pot here. Matter of fact, I need to wet these before I start putting seeds in them. I want the pots to be nice and wet. Even though it's sprinkling and it's drizzling a little bit, I want these pots to be nice and wet. So give me a minute. Alright guys, I went ahead and wet the dirt there. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of these seeds in there. I'm going to do, looks like 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's make it an even 6. Alright, so we got 6 seeds we're going to do in the ground cherries. I'm just going to sprinkle them in. Oops. Well, now there's seeds on there. Let me get those off. Anyway, we're going to sprinkle those in, and I'm just going to lightly cover it. I think that was it. I'm just going to lightly cover it. Try to spread them out just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this dirt here and I'm just going to sprinkle it. This is actually compost. Sprinkle that on top, and then I'll leave that out here for the rain to go ahead and wet that. Next up, I'm going to do the Minnesota Midget. These are 75 days. Zeke! Zeke! Come! He's bothering those birds. You hear him? Come! Stay here. Leave those birds alone. All right, Mama. All right. All right. All right. I know. He's all right. He's going to stay over here. Leave those birds alone. Sit. Why are you bothering those birds? I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Why are you bothering those birds? Leave her alone. Leave those birds alone. Okay? They're gonna get you. She don't want you messing with her babies, okay? Leave them birds alone. Okay? Sit. She's upset. She was upset earlier because Zeke was over here by this bush, but I'm guessing that the babies were big enough to leave the nest because they are gone. I am really hoping that he didn't mess with them because I don't see them anywhere. And I looked to try to see if they were somewhere else in the bush, but they're not. So they must have been able to fly away. But she was over here and she was having a fit, and some of the other ones were over here having a fit. But I feel like the birds were big enough to fly. So I think I might have seen them. They looked a little smaller than the rest. But I think I might have seen them up there practicing their flying skills. But yeah, then he went over there into those bushes and caused a tizzy over there, and then that's when you just saw they were all having a fit on him and chasing him and stuff. So yeah, Zeke getting in trouble with the robins. All right, where was I at? Watch out. Minnesota midget. I'm gonna do three of these. I'm gonna do 3 of these seeds because I don't need that many plants. I just need at least 2 of them to germinate, okay? And I'll be happy with that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these on top and go ahead and cover those up. Those are a little bit bigger, so I'll put a little bit more dirt in there. All right, so that's that. And I'm gonna water these in, even though I know it's gonna rain a little bit. Sunshine kabocha. All right, sunshine kabocha. I don't remember who I got these from, but I got these also in a seed swap. And I'm gonna do 3 of those in there as well. All right, 3 seeds in there. And those ones are kind of big as well, so we'll go ahead and put a nice amount of dirt on top of there, compost. All right, and then we're gonna water those in too. Sheesh, mosquitoes are trying to come get me. All right, spaghetti squash. We got this for spaghetti squash. All right, 100 days to harvest. But you know what? When it's warm, it doesn't take as long to germinate. It says that the seedlings emerge in 10 to 14 days. But with the way that it's warm out already and with the moisture levels that you can keep, it's definitely not going to take 10 to 14 days for these seeds to germinate. So, I mean, realistically, it's not going to be 14 days. You know what I mean? So, keep that in mind. I'm going to do 3 seeds in there. And we're going to go ahead and cover those up. Those are big seeds too, so you want to make sure they're covered, nice and covered. I think it says about 1 inch. So you want to put about 1 inch worth of dirt on top of there. And then of course we're going to water that in. All right, what's next? Ground cherries are done. Butternut squash. Butternut squash. And for that we've got this Waltham butternut squash. Doing 3 of those as well. Alright, and then also a very big seed, so that's going to require about 1 inch worth of compost on the top. This is my fresh compost that I got from the compost site where they give out free compost in my county. So the last 2 are the zinnias. And for those, I've got the miscellaneous pack from David Gray. And if you're watching, David, you can comment below and let me know if you remember the variety of these. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a few of these in this one. And then a few of them in this one. Okay, so that's my miscellaneous. And then I have the double scarlet red and the giant double scarlet flame and the giant scarlet enchantress. Okay, so we're gonna do that one's red, so we'll do some of these pink ones in here. I'm not giving up, guys. I cannot for the life of me grow zinnias, and I don't understand why. Now these will probably take a while because, you know, it takes a while for these. I think these get 2.5 to 3 feet tall. And it doesn't say, oh yeah, 35 to 60 days. So it could be 1 month or it could be 2. All right, and then the package says to bury it a 1/4 inch. So that's not, oops, sorry guys. That's not a lot of soil on top. So I'm not going to put a whole lot. I'm just going to barely cover it. All right, we're just going to barely cover these seeds. Just enough to where I don't see the seeds anymore. I don't want them to be showing, you know. All right, so that's it. They're all planted. Now I'm gonna water them in, and we're gonna wait and see. I did also sporadically I put in some, let me move this. I put in some of these chocolate cherries. These are 70 to 75 days bloom. And then these tall border mix colors, they're 70 to 80 days bloom. I wanted to do some more mammoth sunflowers, but it said it'd take 100 days. And I think that would be past the time of the contest. I'm not for sure. But I was growing them for the contest, and if I pretty much feel like I'm out of that because I don't have any mammoths that are growing as far as I know. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it. I just wanted to take you guys along while I went ahead and sowed some more seeds. It's not too late, you guys. You can sow plenty of seed. It's about to be July, or by the time you see this, it'll be July. I'm in a rainy, overcast day, so it's a perfect time to be out here transplanting and starting some more seeds, especially because it's a little drizzly out here. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna get off of here, guys, and I'm gonna go catch Simply Jan Homesteads live. So until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.